Alright everyone, the Postal Gamer here. Welcome to The Last of Us Remastered, and oh boy do I have a story for you behind this game. I actually bought an Elgato HD60S for the primary purpose of recording this game in 1080p 60 frames per second. And in doing so, I encountered just about every error you could possibly get with capture software. It told me no capture device found, even though it was all plugged in and should have been working. It told me this device is in use by another application, even when it wasn't. And Windows even told me several times, the last USB device you've plugged in has malfunctioned and Windows does not recognize it. Which I pretty much memorized word for word. I think that's exactly what it says in fact. After you spend about 6 straight hours in a single day dicking around with this stuff trying to get it to work, you tend to memorize those kinds of error messages, even without intending to. I even tried those fabled Indian YouTube tutorials, and those didn't work, and as soon as those don't work, you know you're up shit creek. So I reverted back to my old Elgato, which I recorded Silent Hill 2 with. This Elgato caps out at either 1080p 30fps or 720p 60fps, so if you're wondering why there's no 1080p option on this video, and assuming some miracle happens there won't be on my future videos for this game either, then that's why. Believe me when I say I tried everything I could possibly think of to get that working. I even briefly upgraded to Windows 10 to get a different program, I think it's called 4K Capture Utility. And even that didn't work, it just didn't pick up my Elgato at all. So luckily, they give you 10 days to revert back, and I did that as well, so yeah, it took forever, but here we are. Hi, how's things? As for The Last of Us itself, if you've seen my playthrough of Prototype, then you can probably already guess where this is going. I intend on setting up the groundwork for a master save, and in order to get that off the ground, no pun intended, actually yeah, pun absolutely intended, I need to finish Grounded difficulty, which will unlock Grounded Plus, and finishing Grounded and Grounded Plus will get me 2 different sets of difficulty-related trophies. I think if I finish Grounded, I'll get 5. I believe there's one for every difficulty setting, including Grounded, so that's good, that's going to knock a bunch of those over. You won't be seeing any of those, because I've got those disabled on my PS4. But this means that I can play through the game on any difficulty setting in New Game Plus, which is pretty much what I'm going for with this. I also haven't played Grounded before. I did a brief test recording, and I cleared my save data afterwards, and it was kinda rough. I think I died in the first combat segment against... Was it Infected? I can't remember which one comes first. I know there's 3 Infected in a small house, and a small gunfight with Tess. I can't remember which one actually comes first, but whichever one's first, I died in it. So that should tell you a lot. I'm looking forward to playing this through though, because I haven't played this game specifically in a while. I finished Normal on PS3 very soon after the game came out, in 2013 I think it was. And I finished Survivor about a week ago, after a rage quit that lasted several years. It was in the Pittsburgh segment when there's some sniping happening. Part of this The Last of Us itch, I guess you could say, it's a term I use quite commonly, but I suppose I have to provide context. It might be the first time I'm using it here.
Dad?
Part of this itch to play this game has come from the fact that I very recently finished The Last of Us Part 2. And I know it's going to come up in the comments, so I might as well just mention it anyway. Yes, the story is shit. It's just trying to pander to people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, lightbulb, whatever the fuck. At the expense of making a story that's actually good. Having said that though, there's some really good difficulty and accessibility options which should be available in so many more games. It's just fantastic. Also, I love this part. Love this little segment. It's very cool.
Dad?
The way I figure is, if you really want to call yourself a community, because LGBT community doesn't really make any damn sense, because it's not a community, it's a bunch of different demographics melded together into one big amorphous blob, and it's constantly expanding with these stupid new acronyms. I think at this point, it's up to something like LGBTQIA2+, or some stupid shit like that. And if you really want to stick with some kind of name for that, then go with something that I came up with, which I call the MSD, which is the minority sexuality demographic. So it's pretty much anybody who's not straight, and I fucking hate this term, cisgender. because then we can know you're not in the minority.
Sarah.
Not that it's really something that should be advertised in the first place, because somebody's sexuality, the genitals that they're attracted to, doesn't dictate how I'm going to treat somebody, and it shouldn't for anybody else either.
Dad, you're
I treat people based on their character, how they carry themselves, how they treat other people, completely irrelevant to their sexuality. And I think that people within these demographics... Hi. Just come knock on the door. I think people within these demographics should be treated completely equally. There's nothing wrong with them, they're certainly in the minority. And something like homosexuality is kind of weird because you would then be attracted to a sex that you would be unable to produce offspring with. Which is certainly not ideal for continuing the human race, but that's about it. That alone doesn't dictate anything about you. It certainly doesn't dictate your personality unless you let it. And I've had plenty of friends who are gay. I've even talked to people who I've said, just call yourself the MSD, and they liked the idea. So I think if you want to stick with that, that's probably your best option, but it's a very individual thing. And I don't think it's very healthy for people who are within these demographics to group up because it creates a very bad mob mentality. I also don't really think, for the most part, there's such a thing as normal and abnormal in the broader sense. I think that everybody is normal, but we're all just different distances from each other. I remember seeing, I think it was on Ripley's Believe It or Not, or one of those types of shows where some person was born with their heart outside their body. It was in front of their chest. But that doesn't make them a new gender. Oh baby, let's touch ventricles. Oh, yuck. That's the clown world that we're in right now, so get used to it. I'm gonna take a drink here.
Christ, how did this happen?
They got no clue. But we ain't the only town.
Oh, good shit.
First they're saying it's just the South. Now they're going on about the East Coast and the West Coast. Holy hell.
Been trying to shed some kilos lately. Pounds if you're from Freedom Land.
I hope that some bitch made it out.
And my mistake was letting my discipline just completely fall off a cliff.
No, of course.
And I fell back into old habits of eating a lot of sugary shit and just too much food in general.
We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
And I need to get back into doing things like replacing all my drinks with water.
Fine, trust me.
And playing some Beat Saber again at the very least. That'd certainly be good.
What do you think you're doing? Keep driving.
I got a kid, Joe.
So do we.
But we have room.
Keep driving, Tommy.
There's a lot of people who say they do things that help with weight loss, like eat healthy and exercise, but the problem is you don't see immediate results, so you don't think anything is happening. I didn't notice results until I was 40 or 50 kilograms lighter than I was 2 years prior, because for me it's very gradual. Well, for the person losing weight it's very gradual. But I ended up putting most of it back on because I just got lazy.
Tommy! Holy shit!
Did you notice how jank the car was in that segment, by the way? It looked like it was just skidding on its nose before it leveled out after driving over that hill. It looks very floaty.
Come on, people, move.
Where are they running from?
Get us out of here.
I also love the accents of these characters. Tommy, Joel, and Sarah, especially Sarah, and a little bit of Tommy as well. I think it's a southern accent. There was this girl on Family Feud, the American version, not the boring Australian version. They were given a question that was something along the lines of... Hang on, just car crashed and hold on a second, I'm talking about Family Feud. The question was, name something you do to your significant others behind at home or something like that. And the guy said, give it a pinch. And it sounded great. And then the girl says, give it a little spank. And I visualized the word spank being spelled S-P-A-I-N-K. It was genuinely entertaining to me. It's also kind of fascinating to talk to people who come from completely different upbringings, and especially things like cultures where things are just radically different. Because I always like learning from other people. I like learning why people believe what they believe. I effectively treat life as a big learning experience at this point.
I'm here, baby. I'm here. Come, give me your hand.
And it really is fascinating.
What is it?
Like earlier, I talked about the LGBT stuff.
Oh, bad.
As much as I hate that term, people who are within those demographics, I think they should have equal rights, of course. But they are inherently not equal.
Hold on tight.
Just like men and women are inherently not equal. Whoop. Pardon me, sir. Oh, you just clipped through me? And then got my dumb ass trapped on a parking meter? The pedestrian... Oh, nice quick stand-up animation. The pedestrians in this part are random. It's possible to watch somebody just run through that fire truck. Would you get the fuck out of my way? Thank you. You can also see people just pop in out of nowhere. And they'll just fall down to street level and then start running. It's really fucking annoying. But at least it's dynamic, I suppose. It's also entirely possible for this gate over to my left here to be still closed and someone will just run through it while it's closed. I've never seen it happen to me, but I've seen it in videos.
Go!
There's a prompt to mash square there. I don't know if you have to mash it, but thanks to grounded mode, I can't see it. I don't know when those points where you don't actually have to mash the square button is. I believe there's 2 occasions, but since I don't remember when they are, I'm just gonna hit them every time I remember where they are. I feel like that's my safest approach.
Get to the highway! Go! You got Sarah! I can outrun him! I will meet you there! Hurry!
Alright, good luck, Tommy. See ya. Oh no, we can absolutely leave him.
We're almost there.
I believe it was my very first playthrough of this game where I was dicking around a bit too much, I think, and I zigzagged, and I turned around to see the infected chasing me. Say hi, by the way, he's right there. And the act of turning around was just enough to get him to catch up to me and he killed me. Not my finest moment, but it was pretty funny. You can get away with it there, but you just have to motor the rest of the way. And in case you're unfamiliar, since this is effectively a challenge run, there's no strict rules or anything like that in addition to just a high difficulty setting like there was with Dead Space 3. But since this is still a challenge run, and not a blind playthrough or anything, I'll be skipping cutscenes whenever I can.
Better hurry up then.
I don't intend on using any glitches of any sort to make the game easier. I know there's... I can't remember what it's called. It's a glitch that lets you play on any difficulty setting, effectively. You can trick the game into think you're playing on grounded when you're actually on easy. I forget exactly how it's done, but I believe it in some way involves chapter select and the prologue. But I'm not doing it here. I want this to be completely legit. There's some glitches that do things like let you skip certain areas or maybe make them a bit easier. But I'd rather not do that. There's 2 glitches I can think of, both of which I intend on showing off when I actually get to that point. But neither of them really damage anything. And they also don't make the playthrough easier. Where's that guy going? Oh, never seen him before. So there's actually a death scene here, which I'll show off here. I think you have to run into him twice. It might be 3 times. Yep, it's twice. He just pushes you down and shoots you in the head. Didn't know that until a couple of weeks ago, I think. I've always liked watching compilations of death scenes in video games. Some of them... Actually, now that I think about it, most of them are pretty good. We all remember the death scenes in Resident Evil 4, and just how fucking good they were. Especially things like the Navistador face-melting acid shit, which was awesome. And then there's other games. I would probably recommend Waxworks, Shadowgate, Uninvited. Or there's another one that I can't think of the name of right now. Games around that era had very gruesome death scenes and they were just fucking awesome. But you couldn't play that shit as a kid, you'd have nightmares.
What's your business here? Had the day off. Visiting a friend. Alright, we'll run through it. Thanks.
I can't say that I like going through the forced tutorial stuff at the beginning of this game every single time. It's pretty boring. You can't move there until you do a quick turn, annoyingly. Tess will also give you a med kit in a moment, and you also can't move until you heal up with it. It's one thing I really liked about God Hand on PS2. It just started. There were tutorials, but you could just not interact with them. You could just immediately get into the game and the normal combat and everything. I don't know how injured I am. Thank you, Grounded. So I guess I'll just apply this. Wonderful.
We're gonna have to go around the outside.
I have somewhat of an idea of what I plan on devoting my supplements to as I get through this game. I don't think supplements and parts are diminished in Grounded. I know that I'm going to get less ammo and less supplies, so it's going to be less shivs, less molotovs, that sort of thing.
Who else is looking for him?
Marlene. She's been asking around, trying to find him.
Marlene? What are the Fireflies?
I should also mention that I am fucking shit at stealth games. There's stealth, fighting, and rhythm games that I am just inherently garbage at. I think I'm the least shit in stealth. But I suspect I'm going to be dying a lot in some stealth-related incidents in this game, so if you're expecting to see a seasoned Last of Us veteran play through this game on Grounded with this playthrough, you've come to the completely wrong place. I'm going to die a lot. I might even rage quit. So prepare yourself for that.
Hey guys, how's it going?
At least it's 60 frames per second now, so I might actually be able to shoot at my targets,
It's been quiet.
even if I am using a controller.
Military or infected.
That's what I like to hear.
You could at least let me use your dartboard.
Joel, give me a
Complete
hand with
monster.
this.
You would think someone would notice that hole in the wall, because the height of this shelf thing doesn't even... Shelf... Cabinet? Wall unit? Something like that. Doesn't even cover the hole fully, but sure, we'll go with it. I must get the proper name, damn it.
This reeks. I need to watch what they throw away down here. Let there be light.
Did you just quote Wheatley quoting God
Let's grab our gear.
in My Last of Us? Ah, pistol. I can't wait to use you for about 2 hours until you become completely obsolete thanks to the revolver. There's one good thing about Grounded as well. A couple of your weapons, I don't think it applies to all of them, but a couple of your weapons do more damage, and by couple I mean 3. There's the revolver, the El Diablo, and the rifle, which I believe become one-shot kills to the body for basic human enemies. Well, I guess to unarmored enemies is a better way to say that. But on the other difficulties, with the possible exception of easy, I briefly became Sean Connery. I think it might be 2 shots on those difficulties. Don't know about easy, I've never played on it. It's possible I will in the future just for a fuck-about save. But for the moment, need to focus on Grounded, because... I can't say that I have high hopes for me doing well in this playthrough.
When am I not?
But of course you guys are used to that by now.
Question.
Can I loot things yet? I'd like to collect... Pro tip, in areas where you're forced to walk, crouching is slightly faster. It's noticeable, and it will save you a little bit of time, but you probably won't just think to do it. But crouch walking is a little bit faster than just walking. I think this jog is faster than crouch walking though.
Got it.
Oh look, a ladder.
Great, bring it over.
I think when I play through Grounded Plus, that's when I'll go through a guide and search for all the collectibles and everything, because on my second playthrough, not on this one because that'd be really boring, I want to get all the collectibles, all the optional conversations, all of Ellie's jokes and all that shit.
That's all relative.
And I need to pay attention to my resources as well, because when I played through Survivor, I ended up missing a shiv door because I just didn't have enough. I think I was running low on blades, and I couldn't open a shiv door and get level 4 tools. So I ended the game with level 4 tools instead of 5. I was really bummed about that. Ho-ho, parts! Gimme, gimme, gimme. I also know that you can press, well, not press, hold triangle to pick up everything in front of you, but it seems a little bit unreliable for me. I'll leave that for future me to pick up.
Down through here.
It seems to pick up everything in a small arc, whereas I feel like it should pick up everything in that group of things that you can pick up, for lack of a better term.
It should be easy to unload.
So I usually just mash out of habit.
When's that next shipment due?
Oh, we're meeting Bill next month. More pills, lots of ammo. Supposedly. Hold up. Spores.
Where the hell are all these coming from? The place was clear last time.
They're coming out of something.
Anything I can loot in here? Can I take this fan? Nope. I don't want the fan. Thank you, game. I know how to play you. I'm ungrounded, so I know what I'm doing. I'll have you know I have 10,000 hours ungrounded.
Better keep your eyes and ears open.
And I still haven't finished it. Lol. Actually, I should check my options. Yep, I want photo mode on. Yep, that's good. Controls, that should also be good. I might end up boosting the sensitivity a little bit later on. Haven't decided yet, but I think all this stuff is good. Yep, that lock at 30 FPS. I'm glad the option is there, and I am going to be using it, but only once. I'm also playing on a regular PS4, not a PS4 Pro. Audio's also good, I hope. And there's another corpse over here as well. Looks like a flower is just sprouting out of him and coating the wall. It's a flower of veins. Ew.
You okay?
Yeah. Damn ceiling's falling apart. Be careful. This way. Easy. Watch it, watch it.
Hi, dying guy.
My mask broke.
There's a pistol bullet near him.
Please.
What do you want to do?
Of course I'm going to shoot him because I'm not a complete monster.
Poor bastard.
I'm used to the controls in The Last of Us Part 2. I just held down L1 to try to sprint and I just aimed my gun at the desk. I was kind of bummed in the second game how you had to unlock the custom difficulty setting. Because that would have been really good. There are no difficulty related trophies or anything like that in The Last of Us Part 2. But you had to unlock the ability to customize difficulty, so kind of defeats the purpose, I suppose. I did finish the game on normal, so I assume finishing it on any difficulty unlocks that, which is good. But custom difficulty, being able to change how many supplies you get, how much damage you take, and pretty much everything else, very, very good feature. Should be in more games. Actually, I'm just going to make this really awkward while I'm strangling this guy. Tutorials. Oh, okay. Can I turn those off? Game? Game hints. Oh, that's off. Strategic tips? I suppose? Yeah, sure. That'll hopefully remove those messages. I know what I'm doing, but I'm by no means an expert on this game, so I'll prove that much sooner or later. Whoa, 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 hi. Oh, that was a really bad miss. Smack. No, don't do it.
Alright, that's all of them.
Ew, none of you dropped any ammo.
Let's head back into the city.
Anything I can loot? Can I at least screw around on this office chair? This office chair? Nope. Game is a bit of a killjoy at this point. Oh, and there's a muesli bar here, in case I somehow get hit and don't die ungrounded. Thank you, game. What about in here? Probably note or firefly pendant or nothing. Nothing could be in here as well. That's fine too. Okay. Let us press on. I'm gonna be kind of thorough, but at the same time, I don't want to pick up any collectibles, because when future me goes through this game and gets all of them, it'll probably throw off my counter. There we go. Okay, it looks fine so far, I suppose. All this nothing that I've collected will be very helpful. Thank you, game. Oh, I just fell straight to earth. Cool.
Fresh air.
I do like the look of this game, I have to admit.
About the outside.
This is what I would expect an outdoors area to look like.
Hey,
Inside a city, granted, but
fire, that'd be a good idea.
after humans had stopped maintaining it, looks good. I would absolutely believe this is what this would look like 20 years down the line after an infected apocalypse. And if you dare call them zombies, we're gonna have words. Nothing here either. Yep, story of my life. Pretty sure I disabled that, but thank you, game.
Damn it. Plank fell down.
Not the plank.
Be a dear, would you?
I'll get it.
Oh, wait, thank you, Tess. Make me be the errand boy.
Pass it to me.
No, I was going to use it like a ladder and climb up to the other side without you.
It's a bit heavy.
I think I can handle it.
All right.
You're a bit heavy. Could have at least let me go first. I did grab it after all. Just saying. I've noticed that whenever somebody says just saying, what it actually translates to is I'm trying to provoke you into starting an argument so I can trick myself and everybody else into blaming you for it instead of me. Tends to be what it's used for nowadays. Because nobody ever says just saying just to say something. I'm just going to be a cunt. Lol. Anything in here at all that I can loot? That's already broken. Calm down, Joel. I'm surprised I was able to actually shake my controller because my hands are under this table that my microphone is sitting on. Managed to not hit the bottom of the table as well. Also, fun little thing here. If you crouch and stand back up, here it's at normal speed. Nothing weird so far. But if you do it on these stairs, it's really fucking fast. I don't know why.
Man, yeah?
Normal speed, totally fine. Super hyper sit-up mode, engaged.
Well, that'll make it more interesting.
Yeah, come on.
Good to go. Come on.
Gotta do more squats. No, you briefly blanked on the word for squats.
Pretty lady, how you doing today? I heard you
Not
got
right
some
now,
merchandise.
Terrence.
No, it's good. Look, I
Not
got the car.
now. You hear me?
Okay. You can do that.
Who just left this milk jug in the butt? That's probably not a milk jug. Wait. Could it be a milk jug? I must know. It's hard to tell, but it's a possibility. Don't know.
You touch it, you buy it.
Tess.
This is just what Detroit looks like normally. Oh yeah, that all checks out so far.
Malik, sit back there.
Oh, sorry, Tess. Didn't realize you two were together. Go ahead.
I can't be the only one who really wanted to just punch Malik in the mouth.
Who's that?
An old headache. Don't ask.
He just stops you because you're not Tess or something? Yeah. Kind of seems like a dickhole, but sure, whatever.
There. I'm looking for Robert. You come through here?
Half hour ago. He went back to the wharf.
Those look like the credits from Papers, Please. Except they're a weird number like 4. I think they might be food rations or something, I'm not actually sure, but there's a 4 on it, so maybe it's $4 worth of food per slip or something? I don't know.
Here we go.
Let us.
Ooh, the first bit of actual combat against Armored? Armed humans.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
Is a fight between two vegans still called a beef?
Leave now.
I'm not going
What level of vegan is that?
without Robert.
Bitch.
I know someone who's vegan
Unless you
who refuses to harm animals in video games.
Fuck this.
I can't make this shit up. But that's gotta be at least a level 7.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll cover you. Get the angle on them.
And for those unfamiliar with The Simpsons and don't have context for what I just said, don't worry, it's fine. Not many do. Oh. Ooh, nice. Ooh. 2 in a row. Beautiful.
Nicely done, Texas.
Did you drop any ammo? You did. Thank you. 4 bullets still, I think? 3. Okay.
Good at one thing. It's writing blank checks. Let's go put an end to that.
I don't know the exact numbers, but I know that Grounded is very stingy on dropping ammo compared to other difficulties.
Hey.
I think if I drop to 2 pistol bullets, it will start dropping ammo again, but if I hit 3, then it just won't drop any. Same is true for the other weapons like the rifle, revolver, shotgun, stuff like that, but it's very strict. I think it's only 1 rifle bullet, maybe 2, and the game just won't drop any more from infected or human enemies. Compare that to something like easy or normal, where you'll probably be sitting on enough ammo to actually invade Poland. I remember seeing some footage on easy difficulty, and the guy just had 13 pistol bullets, 16 revolver bullets, 6 shotgun shells, 4 rifle bullets, all at the same time, and you're not going to get anywhere close to that on Grounded. Oh, hi. Thank you, I couldn't see the gaping hole in the chain link fence.
More of Robert's guys.
How do you know they're coming? 2 of our guys died trying to take Tess out. I guarantee that she and Joel are on their way here right now to get Robert.
Jesus.
No, they're not.
Shouldn't have taken this job.
Not our call. Let's spread out and make sure no one's creeping around in here.
Tess will take the guy on the left, whereas you're supposed to take the guy on the right.
Move up. Move up.
The last guy that you kill in this area will drop the warehouse key. And I think there's 3 guys here. Maybe 4. I can see 1 guy there. Is that one behind him? It's hard to tell. Oh yeah, there's one over there as well.
I meant to tell you, I was down on Jordan Street. One of the soldiers showed up with a group of about 5 civs, all in handcuffs.
Let me guess. Fireflies.
I don't know where Tess is, but I assume that she is behind that wall. Over there. Where are you going? Wait.
They're cracking down on them hard.
What the fuck? Oh, he's there. Okay, just didn't see him at all.
Seriously?
Yeah. Idiot thinks he's gonna save the world. Hope he's alright.
Well, luckily that guy's a moron and didn't see my light, but sure, there we go. Oh, look at Tess getting a shiv. Rub that in my face, why don't you? Warehouse key get. Any ammo?
Good take.
Yeah, I thought that was asking a bit.
Let's search the area.
Search the area for parts? Supplements? Muesli bars? That's fine too. Oh yeah, there's so much nothing around here that I can loot. Fantastic. On my playthrough of Survivor mode, I ended up missing a shiv door that had level 4 tools behind it. And I ended up finishing the game with level 4 tools, and I was so bummed about that.
Consolidated the crates in the south warehouse.
It's partially what led to this playthrough as well.
Do another once over and then head out.
If Survivor was the highest difficulty setting, I would have done it again, but there was the PS4 version
Guy's too paranoid to
and Grounded that prompted me to do it, so there you go, there's that.
We'll check in with the others and come up with something.
I even looked on the store to see if I could find the DLC for the Grounded bundle. Not that I would have picked it up on PS3, but I wanted to check if it was there, I was curious. And I couldn't find it at all. I don't know if it's region locked or something else, but it just wasn't there for me. One of you guys dropping a melee weapon would be nice, but I think I might be asking a bit. Oh,
Not bad.
pistol bullet. Why, thank you. So if I were to, hypothetically, throw that there, one of you dummies will hear it. Yeah, that guy's coming out. Ooh. Oh, okay. Oh, that's one way of doing it. Take bottle. I intended to grab the bottle that was here. But then that guy saw me and I grabbed this other guy. Totally intentionally, by the way. Haters are going to say it's fake. But all things considered, I didn't get shot, so I'll take it. I'm also going to go upstairs. Whoa. Hi. No, I'm not. I might have to check both of these doors because they could very well come around. They better not. Nope. 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 You see nothing. There are no middle-aged men with handguns here. Just come through that door nice and slowly. And we will quite handily remove all of your doubts, along with your life. Bonk. Anyone down here? No. Nice ankle. Holy shit, that must hurt.
Slow us down.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that's a dialogue indicating the area is clear too.
Let's do this.
So far, so good. I think there might be something in one of these rooms. Don't remember what it is. I'll check here first because it's close. Ooh, bottle. Yep, bottle's always good. Yep, that's good too. What's... Okay, the game told me earlier, but it's medkit, medikit, health kit, first aid pack, something like that. Oh, a shiv. Yeah, I'm going to struggle to make more of those, I can tell you that already. I checked a guide earlier today and it turns out there are 13 shiv doors in the game. And shivs are also used to kill clickers silently, so I might be struggling for resources to make shivs in this playthrough. I'm hoping not, because I want my level 5 tools. But I guess that remains to be seen.
There's our boy.
Well, this bit seems like a good finale to the part, so I'll finish this, if I can.
Cocky son of a bitch.
Let's go wrap this up.
And then close things off. Yeah, and then go wrap this up, just like Joel says. So my usual strategy for this part is to just hug the left side.
There's a lot of them.
I usually get detected anyway, about halfway through, and everyone just shoots at me. But I'm going to try to use my brain here. I remember killing this guy is generally not an issue. A second shiv. Why, thank you, game.
Going outside the walls.
Let me just... Going outside the wall is Sue. Okay. Fun fact, there is a bit of a difference between bricks and bottles in this game. If you're trying to kill something, a brick is better. If you're trying to distract something, a bottle is better. Whoa, I was expecting to press against the wall like that. There we go. The reason behind this is because you can generally run up to a clicker. Well, it's dangerous, admittedly. I think there's a trick to it, but if you run up to a clicker and jam on the square button 3 times, the brick will break right as the clicker dies. But the bottle breaks in a single hit, so it's not quite as reliable. And by that I mean it kills you every time you try it. Now there's no way that's the only person... Okay. Generally, I do like to use bottles, because I think it's a bit more entertaining, honestly. But if I'm trying to kill something, then a brick is my go-to. Granted, I don't really use the melee combo on the brick very much. I also do know that you can throw a brick or a bottle at someone and then smack them with a melee weapon, but I don't have a melee weapon. If you do, though, it's an instant kill. I don't fancy my chances of doing this part in stealth. You can't fool me, I know you're there. Oh, I might be able to throw this. Probably don't have enough range. Let's find out by going this way. Okay. Alright, I was thinking if that guy doesn't turn around, then I might be able to get this guy. Thank you, Lock-On, for jumping to him right as I was talking about him. Hello, sir. That was an interesting glitch. Luckily not major, but still pretty funny. So I'll keep an eye on you. I don't think there's anyone else in the immediate area, so... This guy also has a 2x4, which I think he will drop once he dies. And I'm not going to approach him because I know he has a patrol route. Come on, dude. We haven't got all day. No, come back in this direction. Ooh, guy to my left as well. Boo. You don't see shit. So far, so good. I want this guy to turn around so I can pick up that plank 2x4 thing. I think it's... yeah, it'd be a 2x4, not a plank. We've dealt with planks earlier. I should know the terminology by now. So there's two guys there. And I think there might be one a little bit further behind this boat. Not totally sure. I thought I saw someone off in that direction, but luckily, nope. I might do this. Got a bottle down here, so let's try it. I suppose I could do this. Depends on where you're going, though. What the fuck are you doing? No. Thank you, Tess. Get smacked. Ooh. Okay, well, here we go with combat. I didn't think I'd be able to stealth this, but that's the closest I've ever gotten. Ooh. Any dialogue to let me know this area is clear? Nope, seems not.
That office. Robert must have run in there. Let's go.
Right. 3 bullets and I haven't taken damage yet. That's pretty damn good. I was expecting that area to go a lot worse.
Back, get the fuck back!
You just want to talk, Robert.
We got fucking nothing to talk about!
Put your gun down.
Go fuck yourself!
He's running.
Hey, thanks for the free gun.
Robert!
You could at least let me dual wield game after I picked that up.
This way. We almost got him.
Come here, Robert. I'd like to talk about our friendship. No, I'm just kidding, you're dead.
We gotta get out of here. Now. You want this deal? We gotta move. a way around this. Come on.
I think this is the part where I said I was going to finish as well. Yeah, it was. Okay. So that makes for a pretty good introductory part. I've got the ball rolling, and I got past a fairly tricky combat area without taking any damage. I did fuck up the stealth, but I figured that much was inevitable anyway, because I don't think I've ever gotten past that part in pure stealth. So that should set the tone for the rest of this playthrough, I think. So next time, I'm going to follow Marlene through some rooftops. Catch you all then.